Hey guys, Jill McDonald here, back with another 10-minute Tuesday. And do you struggle with oily or acne-prone skin like me? If so, stick around and I want to talk to you about a new way to wash your face using ingredients that came right from your kitchen. So first off, what causes oily skin? So our body produces oil to keep our skin soft and supple, and sometimes it just ends up producing it excessively. So that can leave us with oily, greasy, or actually acne-prone skin. And two of the major causes of oily skin are actually hormones and genetics. So thanks, Mom, for that. But during puberty and other life events, our fluctuating hormones can cause us to actually have an increase in oil due to the androgen levels that are fluctuating throughout our bodies. It leads to more sebum, which is the fancy word for oil, comes through our pores at a much faster rate because our pore sizes is changing. So if the oil gets trapped on the way in our pores and can start clogging our pores, it can combine with dirt or bacteria or things that are stuck there, which is what can lead to pimples and blackheads and just problematic skin overall. So for some of us, that never stops. I'm 31 now and I still deal with oily skin all the time. But we can do certain things to help improve our skin in the meantime. So things like diet changes, keeping a consistent cleansing routine, and also changing the products that we use on our face in general. So one of those things I want to talk about tonight is called the oil cleansing method. So this is not about essential oils. This is actually about things that come from your kitchen called fatty oils, something that you might already have on hand and you know it as a cooking oil. So what's great about the oil cleansing method is it's really gentle on your skin. You're not actually using a harsh soap, which can strip your skin of its natural pH level and just disrupt your normal oil production. The oil cleansing method actually keeps that all intact. It's much more gentle, and using the idea of how like dissolves like, using an oil to cleanse your face can actually just go in and dissolve the dirt and oil that's already on your skin and help you wash it away afterwards. So it's great to keep your skin feeling moisturized instead of dry and tight by using some of those other harsher soaps that you might be currently using. So oil cleansing can also help regulate your skin's oil production to help reduce those clogged pores and get rid of acne if you're dealing with that as well. And despite the myth that if you put oil on your skin, you're going to be oilier, the idea behind the oil cleansing method is that actually keeping a consistent level of oil on your skin will help your body maintain its natural oil production, which is really good for us. So anytime you're out there and you're buying a product that says, oil free or free of oils, that might not actually be the best option for you if you have oily skin, because oftentimes those are more drying for you and they contain alcohols, which can just further the problem and just keep you coming back buying more of their product. So it's kind of a catch-22. So what we want to do though is focus on putting the right oil on our skin and still not getting one that's going to be clogging us up, which would be bad. So the actual method itself is really simple, and if you're like me, you just DIY one yourself, but otherwise you can buy an oil cleanser that might be the right for your skin type. The process itself is you heat up a washcloth to as hot as you can possibly stand it. You wring it out. You kind of steam your face. It's kind of like doing a little facial at your own house, but you steam your face to get your pores opened up. You take some oil from your oil cleanser, you put it in the palm of your hand, and you massage it into your face all over for at least a minute. It doesn't really matter how long you go, but at least a minute is really good to really drive it into your pores, start to dissolve the stuff that's in there. And then what you do with your washcloth again is you steam it back up, you wring it out, and you kind of let it sit on your face a little bit and steam off the oil. So you can kind of pat it, you can wring it out as many times as you need to gently kind of wipe it off, but steam the oil back off your face. And the idea is if you're doing it right and if you're using the oil that's right for you, you really won't have to do any kind of moisturizer after that, because it's going to be moisturizing in itself and some of the oil residue will be left on your skin, which is really great. So that's as hard as it honestly is. I've been doing it for a few years now, and mostly at night, because I find that I have more time for it in the evenings. And in the mornings I use a special oily skin cleanser right now that's a lot more gentle on my skin anyway, but I love to do the oil cleansing method in the evenings. So not all oil is created equal. So again, we're talking about those fatty oils, the cooking oils that come out of your kitchen, but we can't just throw on any old vegetable oil. We're not talking about the oil you use to put in your brownies. Because we don't want to actually dry our skin out more than it needs to be or clog up our pores, making our problems much worse, which is not the goal here. So the top 10 oils that people use for cleansing their skin are the following. There's castor oil, olive oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil, sunflower oil, hazelnut oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, sesame oil, and apricot kernel oil. So just running through that list, did you hear any there that you already have in your pantry? Most people already carry olive oil. Sesame oil is pretty common, sunflower oil, avocado oil even. So you might already have actually some of those on hand that you could whip up your own batch today and try it out tonight before you go to bed. It's honestly so easy. So each oil has a different cleansing property, and based on your skin type, you might just want to do a couple of things of research to find out which one's going to be best for you. Maybe even one or two. I use a combination. That's been great for me. And if you're like me, you like to DIY, you can honestly whip this up so fast. I keep mine in a little bottle just like this, right near my sink at night. And I just, like I mentioned, pour it into my hand, massage it in, and just steam it off with my hot washcloth. But if you don't like to DIY, I do have another suggestion for you from a company that I already love. And this is the Mira Facial Cleansing Oil by Young Living. And in here, their top 3 oils are sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, and jojoba oil. And they also blend this with a lot of different skin nourishing essential oils. So essential oils are completely different than the fatty oils that I was talking about today, but this combines both to give your skin a little extra loving. So that's a great option as well. But otherwise, you can just whip up your own using a couple of the oils that you already have in your pantry. Super economical and super easy. So that's all for tonight, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you want my personal oil cleansing recipe, I would love to share that with you. Just shoot me a private message and I'll send it right over. Otherwise, I'll see you all again next week for another 10 Minute Tuesday. Bye.